And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena before the game. Important to make a splash in hostile territory. What a sight, a sky-high perspective of the beautiful city of New Orleans, where we're bringing you action tonight. Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brent Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. Now a look at the stats for Brandon Ingram.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Kevin, thank you. Last season with the Pelicans, Brandon Ingram became a star. Often his own toughest critic, Ingram said, "My motivation is being the best I can be. I can't be perfect, but if I do all I can, I think I can be close to perfect." Kevin, he's putting in the work to get as close as he can. Back to you.
He is indeed, D.A. Thank you. Greg, we've got 2 terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Morris, Lou Williams out there with Paul George. Then it's Montrezl Harrell, and it's Mann in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Pelicans, Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ingram in at the 3. Williams passes to Harrell. Back to Williams. 6 to shoot. And the rejection by Favors. Here's Williamson. No good that time. And the Clippers will come the other way, getting their first look of the season at this Pelicans team.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time they faced off.
Yeah, it was a completely one-sided season series, and that was no surprise to anyone. This first game between them should give us an idea if they're on a little more even ground this season.
And Ingram has got the ball here for New Orleans.
A 3-time Sixth Man of the Year. Last season, Lou Williams named his newborn son 6 in honor of his success in that role.
We talk a lot about the Mount Rushmore of the game's greatest players. Maybe we could start to chisel out the Sixth Men of the Year in the NBA. Lou Williams would have to get some serious consideration for that monument.
Williams against Ball, 20 feet out. Williams can't get it to go.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Ball kicks to Holiday. The high post shot. They get it back. Out to Ingram. There's the triple. Bangs home the trifecta. Ingram's got 5 points so far.
They expect Brandon Ingram to give them a constant inside-outside threat. He's got to go ahead from three-point line whenever he wants it.
Now here's Harrell. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Houston. Inside. Morris trying to free himself up. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And off the schneid here. 1 of 5, but that's a big one.
Ball kicks to Favors. Pass to Ingram. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Here's Ball. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And stolen by Williams.
Defense is all about anticipation, and he had perfect anticipation on that pass and comes away with the steal. Yeah, easy call.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of this. And he knocks down the first one. Good on both. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Ball, the pass to Favors. Outside Holiday. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Boy, does that help. When Drew Holiday's connecting from the three-point line, it opens up so much of the floor.
Outside Williams. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Now here's Ingram following the shot by Drew Holiday. Here's Williamson. Rebound by Harrell.
Well, he wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
Here's Mann. Poked away. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Now here's Ball. He's covered closely. Williamson finds Ingram. Wing shot on the way. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Ingram's got 7 points.
And the speed of Ingram makes him a nightmare for defenses in pick and rolls, constantly keeping them guessing.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Substitution here for the Clippers. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. Here are the team leaders in steals. You need to play heads up against these squads. 5th on the list, the Pelicans.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
Now here's Harrell. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
1:43 left here in the first quarter. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Harrell. 14th in blocks. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And trying to muscle up shots against him is tough. His body type makes it supremely difficult. Just a dominant rim protector all season. Holiday, the pass to Hayes. Kicks to Reddick. Jackson against Holiday. Clock at 6. Over Jackson. The shot by Holiday, no good.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
Well, when you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on. Drew's got such a great build, 205, 210 pounds, a bigger guard. Hard to knock him off of his shot.
Now here's Jackson. Last game out, he had 14. The pass to Shamet. Over Hart. No good off the back of the rim.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
19 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Now Holiday is coming off a 28-point game against Houston.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Pelicans on top, up 4. From New Orleans, back in a moment. We recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about some trying times.
Being able to go through adversity and come out stronger. I think that there was a lot of pressure put on our team from outside, and to be able to withstand that, to be able to still go out there and play every day.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
The defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Holiday at the 1 and Redick at the 2. Then there's Okafor, and it's Melli in at the power forward. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Now here's Redick. 8 points his last outing. Pass to Melli. Knocks it loose and stolen by Harrell. Jackson looking around.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Outside Holiday. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Reggie Jackson. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Marcus Morris comes in for Montrezl Harrell, and it's Paul George in for Landry Shamet. All free throws good from Drew Holiday.
I don't know if Drew Holiday's an underrated player, but he certainly is underappreciated with the way he can go at you as a two-way guy. He can score, and he can also guard positions 1 through 4.
Offensive rebound. Zubac lays it up off the glass.
Such a big part of what he does for this team, just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Now here is Holiday. Williamson. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
Well, a little contact from the defense goes a long way for Zion Williamson.
Here's Jackson. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
The Clippers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. New Orleans making some changes here. Derek Favors checked in for Okafor, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Drew Holiday. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Mann's checked in. That one misses from Jackson.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
And the dunk by Williamson.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
And there was so much hoopla around Ball when he first entered the league. But lately, a lot of that seems to have died down.
I feel like it's settling in, and the change of scenery for Lonzo Ball after being number 2 and being in Los Angeles and being home. Maybe being away has been the best thing for him to start to focus on the task at hand.
Here's Ball. Paul George making his last shot. Passes it to Williamson. Ingram outside. Paul George with the steal. And oh, here we go with George. No, but
Look at that.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Ball, the pass to Favors. Here's Ingram. Morris with the block. But they'll get another chance. Shot clock at 5. Deep 2 from Ball. They get the rebound and a slam dunk by Favors.
Such determination on the glass. Not boxing out Favors is a huge mistake that you cannot afford to make.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at the Clippers. They're 6th best right now, looking to make a move up in the standings. And of course, New Orleans, just a couple spots back.
You know, for Los Angeles, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
They still had enough players take positive steps forward to call this season a success. Maybe they're not at the top of the standings where they'd hope they'd be, but they're in really good position in terms of the playoff picture.
Favors finds Ingram. Tries again. Favors can't get it to go. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Rockets in Houston. A floater, got a hand on it.
Lonzo is a point guard, but at 6'6", using that wingspan.
Bounce pass Ingram. Pass to Williamson. Poke loose. Ingram kicks to Ball. And the pass to Williamson. Back to Ball.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Outside Williams, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. This is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Friday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And that game against Houston, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
So both teams making some changes here. As we get a break in the action, let's take a peek at the leading defenses. The Clippers in second.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
Here's Hart. He's covered by Shamet. Hart, that's good. Hart's got his first 2 points of the night.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
We've got 1:08 left to play here in the half. And that one's good, Shamet.
It's rare for a young player to enter the league that has this polished of a shot. Shamet getting it done.
Pass to Melly. Ingram deciding where to go with it. That's good, and it's his fourth basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Now, here's Shamet. Guarded closer. At the teardrop. And Ingram the bucket on the assist by Ball. And now a 4-point Pelican lead.
What a passer this guy is. I love how fast Ball is at noticing when the defense has just overcommitted.
3-second difference between shot clock and game. Here's Williams. Harrell trying to free himself up. Williams gets the bucket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And here is Ingram. Fires the 3. Drills it from outside. Ingram's got 14 points for the game.
And this is where that length shows off on particular plays like that. Still able to score.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pelicans lead by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. The first half was all about Brandon Ingram. He had 6 points and 6 rebounds. And Kenny, what did you see out there from the Pelicans?
Well, we're getting a glimpse of Brandon Ingram's ceiling, which is very high. He's improved as a scorer, and his bag of tricks continues to expand. He's starting to realize his full potential.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
Well, they could be ahead in this game if they were taking care of the boards. More possession means more scoring opportunities. A few rebounds either way could decide the outcome of the game. Ultimately, this game will come down to who wants it more.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And in that First half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Williams is out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. And it's man in at the small forward.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Here's Ball, following the score by Lou Williams. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
And here are the Pelicans now. 3-point lead. Ball with it, now guarded by Harrell. Clock at 4. Here's Holiday.
Paul George's instincts right there, just taking over that possession. He's using his length right there to take away a lot of airspace for the shooter.
And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Loads it up there for Harrell.
And that combination of size, mobility, and effort with Favors is what makes him special as a defender.
Let's take a peek at the league's assist leaders. Lonzo Ball is second.
His passing has been so terrific. You can see his unselfishness really rubbing off on the rest of the team.
Pelicans leading by 3. Now here is Holiday. 7 points in the game. They get it back. Williamson dishes the ball. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Clippers trail by 3. Williams passes to George. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue, and quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting, you know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. So we saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
And that one falls for Ingram.
And there are a number of things that make Ingram a dominant force. But what really jumps out at you the moment you see him, the length. Few wings in league history have had a 7'3" wingspan.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Okafor comes in for Derek Favors. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Both free throws good for Ingram. And Greg, you combine Ingram's length with his emerging skill set. He has got a long career ahead of him in the NBA.
I mean, he certainly has the tools. What we need to see now is the consistency year in and year out. It's one thing to reach that star status. It's another to become one of the true superstars in our league.
Count the basket.
That's what Harold does. He's in there mixing it up, and he goes right back up for a shot.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got 9 points.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
Beverly against Ingram. And Beverly kicks to George. The shot goes down, and it gets this game back to even. 11 points in the game.
Yeah, Paul George ready to shoot as soon as he caught it. Quick release there.
It's Ingram on the wing. Defended by George. And that one's good. Ingram.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And the shot goes down. George has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Holiday finds Redick. Down low, here's Okafor, and Okafor slams it in.
JJ seeing the floor really well tonight and making precision passes.
And the Clippers call time here. Brandon Ingram with a strong contribution so far in this one.
You gotta be using this timeout to think about a personnel change or a game plan change to try to slow him down.
Shamit's checked in for the Clippers.
And let's take a look at the numbers for Drew Holiday. 3rd in steals and such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
And it's his lightning quick hands that have put him in the top 3 in steals. Also his tremendous anticipation. He's constantly all over the basketball. Now here's Beverly. Here's Melly. Redick surveying the D, and there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. And so here is New Orleans. A 2-point game. Holiday against Jackson. Shot clock at 6. And the rejection by Harrell. Shamet trying to break loose. No good with the layup. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Hart kicks to Redick. Outside Holiday. 1:24 left in the third quarter. Hayes dishes to Holiday. Over Jackson. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
To the inside. Hart, terrific assist and nice finish. Solid play all around.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
Shamet up top. He has 6. They retain possession. Second chance shot. Rebounded by Hart. Pelicans leading by 4. Holiday, the pass to Redick. Dishes to Hayes. Jackson against Holiday. For the 3. Was shot by Redick. No good. Jackson against Holiday. Jackson misses. 20 feet out. Offline. And then And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. So the Pelican 5 right now. Redick and Ingram fill out the perimeter. Favors is out there with Jackson Hayes. And it's Ball in at the point.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Man passes to Williams. Excellent D there from Ball.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
And with deceptive speed and a lengthy wingspan, defenders can sometimes just get stuck fouling favors.
He's off on the first. And the Pelicans making a change here. Williamson's checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. George is checked in for Patrick Beverly. And the second free throw, good.
2-possession game now, but he'd still like to have back that one he missed.
Clippers trail by 5.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Zubac's in the post. He's covered by Favors. The free throw drops for Zubac. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. New Orleans leading by 3. Ball Ball feeling it out a bit. Ingram outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range.
Passes to man. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
And the first one at the line is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. They lead by 1. Here's Ingram. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Clippers have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Williams looking around. It's George on the wing. Buries the long-range jumper. George has got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles.
Well, an accurate three-point shooter. Paul George can get it going from distance.
Ball, the bounce pass. Favors, finds Ingram. It's good.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And the Clippers call time here. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. He wants them to maintain their balanced attack, but he told them they're doing a great job of finding space out on the perimeter, which has led to all those good shots. He likes the rhythm and the flow of this offense. He just told them, keep shooting it with confidence. Kevin?
And that one is good from Zubac.
And there's no quit when it comes to battling there until the final whistle. What a putback.
Well, great timing as well. Swiss watch kind of moments. Fourth quarter, close game. That could have been a 4-point swing.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Favors. And Redick kicks the ball. George against Reddick. 6 on the shot clock. Ingram attacking. And the rejection by Zubac.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Pelicans trail by 4. Ball, the pass to Favors. He dishes it to Reddick. Williamson against Morris. To the paint. And Ball slams it in.
Lonzo Ball, give me pressure. I'll show you what I can do.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Zubac finds George. High post try. Again, Los Angeles.
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
There's the pass to Favors. Ingram outside. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. Drew Holiday is checked in for J.J. Redick. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Harrell's checked in. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Outside Holiday. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one.
And really, that is a tremendous shot by Holiday there. His team really has momentum now.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Mann. Floats one. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. They get Derek Favors. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the second of 2 is good. That will put them up by 2.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
George against Holiday. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Outside Williams. Passes it to George. Fires from 18. Yep, right through the net. George has got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles.
Well, keep it or dish it. Those are the decisions Paul George is trying to make, and he makes the right one there.
Holiday looking for an opening. Outside Favors. Taken away by Williams. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Here's George. He doesn't hit that one. And New Orleans will come the other way. Williamson dishes to Holiday. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Holiday perks up a little bit when he gets to the inside, knowing that there's the possibility of some contact.
Good on the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Both free throws good from Holiday.
And not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
Hey, they do have enough time here if they shoot quickly to get the 2 for 1. We'll see if they try it.
Let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Brandon Ingram.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 29 seconds left in the fourth. George against Holiday. Outside, George to the middle. And the rejection by Favors. And he recovers it. 6 to shoot. The tray. Misses the 3. And they go to the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
I think Lonzo is doing a better job at this stage of taking his game just a lot more serious than when he came into the league.
And he ends up making the second, and that will put them up by 2. George with the ball. A 3 ball. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So it's a narrow victory for the Pelicans, pulling it out for the W. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank Thank you, Kevin. Jalil, here at home with a competitive matchup. What got you guys over the top tonight?
To stand together as a team, playing as hard as we could. The fans were great, and we wanted to play good for them.
And you surely did, Jalil. Thanks a lot for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.